Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Box Office Banter. Now over to Brandon.
Monday Mayhem. Tasmanian
Does
Devil.
Jamie like me opening it better?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Probably.
Shout out to Jamie.
Shit, what she thinks. No. We're going to talk about Klaus, because that's what I have in front of me. That's a lie. Let me just do this real quick, guys.
Unprepared, you unprepared fuck.
Oh, y'all started out of nowhere. Oh, dude, my OCD's killing me right now. Monday Mayhem, guys. Y'all have anything crazy happen this week? I have stories from work that kind of happened over the past couple weeks, and I forgot I wrote a couple of them down. One thing I realized, I haven't ate a pear because I had them at work since I was like maybe 5 or something.
It's been
for
a long time.
Yeah, and
Like an apple like that? Like just bite
just a
into
pear,
it?
yeah, and that's what's crazy, dude. And this was like a legitimate reaction. Like, I swear to God, this wasn't me like trying to sell anything. I bit into it, and I was kind of like trying to think what it tastes like, and I was like, man, a pear ain't nothing but a gay ass apple. And that was a legitimate, and like the dude next to me was like,
The curves?
I think
It's
you're
got some
right,
curves.
yeah, it's like, damn, dog. I'm like, yeah, like this is a fucking apple. It's just got a little more flamboyancy.
I don't know
you
if
like
I've
better?
I don't know if I've ever bit into a pear.
I don't
like that.
think I have either.
I've had like cut up pears.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
if I've
a mother
ever ate it like an
Fucking
apple.
apple, bro.
You ever
Dude,
just
I don't even
bite
know
into
if
an
I've ever
orange?
had a pear. I was thinking about peaches the whole time.
Okay.
That's just,
I used to eat the shit out of pears. I like the can with the sugar, like the
yeah.
watery sugar water on it or whatever.
Dude, I was thinking peaches. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a pear.
I've never had a pear, never will.
What?
Rodney's
We're
just
30-year-olds.
I don't like
That's
gay
why y'all
stuff.
couldn't react to that. It's nothing but a gay ass apple.
That's why
You wanna
Rodney
know
don't
why?
like them.
That's why I asked, like, what it tastes like.
Yeah, no, it tastes like a gay ass apple. Like, this tastes like an apple. It's a little gay. I don't know. Another thing happened at work. I won't say names or whatever, but I was over there by Remy because Remy's like one of the bosses. I'll say Remy's name. I won't say the guy. And as
Then
I'm like over
Steve.
there talking to Remy, this guy, older guy, comes up and he's just like, we're like, what's wrong with you? He's like, I gotta go. And we're like, what do you mean you gotta go? I'm like, I'm saying like, I'm a boss too. I'm like, because I'm just curious. And he's kind of looking up at me. He's like, you don't smell that? And I was just like, what? And Remy's like, what? And he's like, I shit myself. And Remy just went, you what? He's just like, I shit on myself. And we're just sitting there like, I can smell it. That's either a dank ass fart, bro. Or this guy, I'm like, Remy, I think this guy just shit on himself. He's not joking. And he's just like, I'm out then, right? And he left. But we legitimately looked at each other and laughed. We're like, this dude literally just shit on himself as a grown-ass man at work. Like, dude, just crumple up your boxers and throw them in the trash like a normal person. Continue
Yeah,
to
shit your pants like a man.
yeah. But I was dying laughing, especially afterwards. I was like, this man did not. Because I was so surprised I couldn't even laugh at first. But then afterwards, I was like, this dude shit on himself.
When's the last time y'all shit your pants?
We actually did
Have
this
you?
as a topic before. Were you here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Might have been.
Yeah, that was like a whole spiel. Like, we would probably run backstory. We like went into depth about this
I got
shit.
stories I can't even say on camera.
More?
No, not more. Maybe more.
You can share.
I've
I know
all-
me and
I've
Tyler.
gotten
Might have just.
close.
I think it was just me and Tyler.
I feel like I remember Tyler talking about shitting his pants. You do it often?
No.
Yeah.
Like I'm a child. Like,
You admitted.
yeah,
you
like,
did.
well, you know, twice a week.
Well,
No, I mean, I've done it
think
often.
Y'all can talk about shitting yourselves, but we already kind of told us, so we'd just be running back the same shit.
Yeah.
And even then, if it was like 20 episodes ago, we'd talk about it again. But this was like probably 5 episodes ago.
Was it?
Something, I
It
think
was a
just
while
me and
ago.
you.
I think I was here because I do remember Tyler talking about it.
I think we.
He was in his truck or something.
We,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
This was a long time
No,
ago.
100%. We briefly talked about it, but there was an episode. It was just me and Tyler, and we were talking about us shitting on ourselves.
Yeah.
Go back and watch if you want to.
So,
Write down the comment if you shit on yourself.
2017.
You know the day.
Oh, yeah.
The day
Yeah,
of, that
it was the last time. And it's so long ago, I can say what.
4 years ago?
Yeah, it was a while back. I decided to go with a couple of friends of mine to Kings Island and decided to
Mid roller coaster.
take acid.
It was that scary.
And so I took that and started riding the rides and started tripping and everything. And
That's not the only thing you took there.
at the end of the night,
Shit.
because we stayed there till about dark, whatever,
Yeah,
7 or
till-
8.
I'm
got
surprised he's
to.
joined in on it. Rodney's normally like,
We get to Ruby Tuesdays right across the street.
oh, that makes me shit myself every time.
And I ordered a burger and salad bar and all that jazz. And
Get to
Gotta
Shit.
get the salad bar at.
dude, I took a bite out of my burger and
release.
I went to do the normal fart. It was there, it was ready to go, dude. And when I did, it's like I bit down on the burger, went to fart, and ended up shitting, and I felt it like come up my ass. So I stopped it. I pinched it. The right
You
thing
did
to
the bite
do.
of the burger or the
Yeah,
fart?
both really. Yeah,
I can
So
see him like,
I held the burger to my mouth and I stopped and I looked across at my buddy and I was just staring, dude, wide-eyed, just staring at him. And all I can remember, he just looks up and he goes, "Dude, what?" I said, I think I shit myself. And he goes like for real, shit yourself? And I was like, yeah, dude, I think I shit. And so I was like, fuck, I got to get up and go. And so I stood up and I wear basketball shorts under everything.
oh god.
Okay.
Okay, maybe that caught it. I thought you were saying you wore basketball shorts, so it all fell out.
So
Fell
I
into
had
your shoe.
underwear, a white pair of basketball shorts, and
White.
every day.
some other basketball shorts. I don't remember what
Why
color
you
they were.
two pairs?
Two pairs of
Yeah.
basketball shorts?
Yeah,
He wears basketball
the
shorts
weirdest
under his
fucking-
basketball
I
shorts.
do.
And it's
but-
not a joke. This is just he lives this life. I think it started as a joke, and he's like, "It's just who I am." And
But
just kept it going.
luckily, so I get up and I walk to the
There's
bathroom.
nothing lucky about this situation.
Well, so I walk to the bathroom, but I'm walking like the weirdest fucking way because I don't know
Like
Weirder
you
than
shit your
walk
pants.
normally?
like where it could be.
Is this where the weird walk started? Where you're like,
No,
you know what,
this
that
is-
could work.
no, way
Listen to
after.
everything else.
But so I get to the bathroom and I was like, oh fuck yeah, I shit myself because I legit shit myself.
Oh,
So I had to
fuck
take
yeah, I
my
shit
clothes
myself.
off, and luckily the only clothes that I could put on after was my white shorts because they
weren't stained.
I had my boxers pulled all the way up. My
For
basketball
once.
shorts were like sagging like underneath my ass, and then my other pair of basketball shorts were up all the way. So I
Layering.
shit through the boxers and the second pair of basketball
Damn!
shorts. And,
Damn! It went
so I
through
walk
two
out-
fabrics.
Yeah, so I walk out
I would have
there.
been done then because I'm like a
and
normal person.
I
I
was
was
like, yo,
two.
I said we either got to go or I got to go and try to find another pair of clothes. But I had a pair of sweats in the back, so I had to free ball the sweatpants. And then came back in, ate the rest of my food, changed the meal, and left.
How do you even continue your day?
What'd you
dude?
do with your shit clothes? You put them just in the trash there?
Nah, they were thrown away. They were
In
absolutely thrown
Ruby
away.
Tuesdays?
Yeah, it was
No.
cleaning that up. It was like,
No.
oh my god, there's a
They
So
shit
you
in here.
carried your shit clothes
I'm not
out?
gonna leave a pair of shitty clothes because DNA samples and shit. Like, dude,
We're putting him away for 10 years.
For Ruby
Was your
Tuesday.
buddy mad for bringing him in the car with
I
you?
put them in the trunk.
No,
My
you
buddy-
didn't.
I put my buddy in the trunk and put them in the back.
right next to the sub.
But no, the best part is like me and Jamie weren't like we were just like kind of like best friends at the time. Like we were kind of like maybe starting to mess around. And she was the first person I called about it as soon as it happened. Dude.
That's how you knew it
Guess
was real
what?
love.
Yeah, dude, she was geeked out about it. But I tried to say that it was the water, but my buddy was like the same buddy who was like, "What?" He was like, "Dude, we were all in the same water, and we are all fine." he's like,
just
"You
the
just
only-
shit yourself," is all it is. And I'm like, "Maybe, dude," but I don't know. Yeah, that's the last time I shit myself. So I was young.
That was
Not
4 years ago.
Yeah,
You were
younger.
27.
Alright. This is another at work story. So I'm sitting there. Like, we've all had those moments probably at work where something real serious happened where you got to duck out and leave. Anybody?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
done that?
What
All
happened?
right.
I
He's
got
only
you.
listening. That's good. Good start. I told my shit story and I almost zone out. That's probably legit. Time to zone. My favorite part of the podcast. He's laughing because it's true. You don't know what's happening half the time. You'd probably be laughing like this if you just listened half the time. No, but my buddy Trey.
Tremon?
It really don't matter. He put this on Facebook, so we'll get to that. But yeah, I'll just say Trahal. You won't be able to put it together. I'm sitting there and we're doing fucking batteries. We're putting up batteries at Bumper to Bumper where I work. Shout out, listen to this, boss. We're shitting and doing all types of crazy shit. But out of nowhere, I kind of see his eyes light up, like something's going on. Like, and then he kind of takes off. And I finish all these batteries by myself. It's been like 40 minutes. I'm like, did so-and-so go to break? And then I might as well reveal it now that I said Remy already. Remy's like, I don't know. He didn't really tell me much. He was just kind of like I'm out. Like, he's like, I got to go. I got something serious going on. So in my mind, because I had this happen even at Bumper to Bumper before, it didn't end up being IEDA totaled her car, but it wasn't as serious as I thought on the phone. Like, I got a call, and IEDA, like, I hear her, like, crying. She's like, oh, my God. I hear my daughter crying in the background. She's like, my mom's head's bleeding. And I'm like,
oh, my God.
I'm gone.
Dude.
Like, my boss, like, where are you going? I was like, fuck off. I might even told him that. And I took off. And I not sprinted. I'm like, I'll be there in 2 days. I fucking drove to the accident. And everything, you know, for the most part, other than like a cut across the head from like glass or whatever, everybody's okay. You know, they're in one piece in the other room. So I'm like, damn, dude, what's his name must have had something serious going on. And then like maybe like later on at night, like 8 o'clock, I see a post he made around the same time he left, maybe like an hour later. And it's literally like, woke my girl up on her happy birthday or whatever, just like, I was eating her pussy out all day, treated her to that shit, girl. I was just like, you know who you are. And I'm over there, I'm like, hold up, bro. And I texted Remy, I was like, did what's his name just leave to go eat some pussy? Like, I legitimately was like, did he really just dip out? Like, he's like, I ain't got an excuse. Like, I just got to go. And we're all like, God, well, I hope he's all right, man. I hope he's good. He literally left to eat some pussy. And then, like, the next fucking day, we're sitting there. And, like, this was actually a couple days ago this happened. So yesterday, we're like, what's his name was late. And we're sitting there. I'm like, is he eating pussy again? Like, what's going on? Like, did he quit his job to be a full-time pussy eater? Like, we legitimately were wondering this. And, like, the fact that I'm sitting there like, God, dude, I just hope all is well, man. I know what that is. I've been there. You don't even have time to tell your boss what happened. You got to get, dude, because it's important. And I look on there, and at the same time around that happened, he's like, well, Margaret, you know who you are. I ate that pussy good. And I'm like, this motherfucker literally left work to eat pussy. And then he came back. He's like, nah, man, that's not what happened. I'm like, that's what happened. He's like, that might have been what happened. So, yeah, boyfriend of the year right there, dude.
Oh, man.
And the fact he just put it on Facebook like that, I'm like, yeah, no filter. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, I don't know why. That fucking crack, especially if you know the guys, like, that's really why you left. Okay. All right, glad you're here today, bro. Putting these rotors up a little less hard, dude.
Whew. I was about to say, like, the stupidest joke. I was about to be like, hey, when you're hungry, right, Rodney?
Yeah. And Rodney would have been all into it, too. Rodney's like, yeah, bro.
It's just so stupid. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll
It
tell
shouldn't
you.
have been that funny, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's pretty funny. All right. Well,
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll circle around
Yeah.
the other one. That's honestly it'll crack me up the most.
this is a quick one.
That happened
Rodney
recently.
told me a story. Rodney is scared. Like, he can't watch like horror movies by himself or anything like that.
The one who loves the night house.
He's a
so
big
much.
pussy. And in his backyard,
Better watch out. So might eat him.
in his backyard, he has like a shed, and him and Jamie are like, well, you know, smoke the cigarettes out there and then come back in. And Jamie, he told me Jamie runs to the back door, opens it, goes inside, turns the lights off, and locks them out.
Yeah.
And Ronnie's got to turn the shed lights on, shed lights off and walk
panics.
to the house, and he just like, yeah, he says
Oh
he
no!
just like
I have to
freaks
turn the
out.
shed lights off, lock the shed, and I have to unplug the fucking Christmas lights out front from the back of the house. All that time in the dark, every bit of that. So I'm
Just while
like,
he's locked out.
I'm not
too.
even focused on straight
That was
away.
funnier
dude.
because
I'm
the way
back
you're
and forth.
fucking like beanie whipped around. You're like, I can just picture that. That's exactly how it is. Because that beanie
Dude,
does
and
not
she
get removed
knows
from
it
his
scares
head.
me. Every time she lets me in, she goes, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, you're not.
That's why you'll do it
Why
again
do you
tomorrow.
doing it?
Yeah, you know damn well she's not sorry.
It does,
about
dude. Because
that.
I'll start hearing, I'll like convince myself I'm hearing shit, and I'm like, well,
Kyle, you need to go over there and just be hiding out somewhere.
Dude, remember that one time he got scared outside and he came running back in and and he tripped out there.
You could hear it. Thump.
Did Ronnie fall?
It wasn't funny then because they couldn't hear it, and then like I was just like, did he just fall? Then he came in like holding his shit, and he was like, ah. There's probably like, maybe some ice.
Like
or
he
something.
scares himself so bad he runs.
He's that guy that like if he goes in the basement, he sprints upstairs.
Oh, dude,
I do that.
He can feel the villain that he's
skip
made
a
up in his
step.
There's
head.
Maybe
somebody
two.
behind you
On the
every
back of his
time.
neck.
Well, I walk up the steps looking down every single time.
You hate the like basement steps where you can see through like
Yeah, I
each
had
step.
those.
I feel like someone's gonna grab my foot
Every time.
Every time.
Dude, I was a kid. I was leaping, jumping like 3 steps at a time. I had it down pat, dude. I had 14 steps. If I jumped from 1
Nah,
to
you remember the
5,
number?
you got to jump from like 1 to 5, 1 to 6 off the
And
bat.
then you're off.
you're
Then you're off.
Then you're
Ooh.
skipping at least 1, maybe 2. I could get up there in 3 steps.
Dude, I've done that shit too. I remember Chad Farrell's dad's old basement. It was so scary, dude, because it was finished, but like it go around this way to a room. Right when you come down the steps, you come down this way, and to the left was something. Straight ahead was unfinished where the fucking washer was, and there's just a fucking like clothes hanging like in there, and I was always picturing what's on the other side of that. And then around here was something that was just like closed off, and then around here it was kind of dark, and then there was like the under the steps door. And every time I go down there, I'd be like, "You want me to go get beer down there in the fridge, like downstairs?" Like, yeah. And Chad being like a hard ass all the time, he's like, "Yeah, downstairs, bro." I'm like downstairs. He's like, "Yeah, bro, I said it, downstairs." And I'm like, "Okay, bro, I'll be back." And sometimes I go down there for like, like a beer, and I'd be like tripping out. I'd grab like some Smirnoff. He's like, "What is this, bro? It's not what I asked for." And every time, dude, it's those narrow like wooden steps, or it's easy to trip. And I remember he'd even say sometimes, you'd hear me go, thud, 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 thud. And he'd be like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "And what is a Smirnoff?" Like, what? Like, there's so many questions. I'm like, "Nah, man, that's what I do. I take off up steps, time my 40 on the steps. You know what I'm doing?" And he's just like, "You scared, ain't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Me too."
Basements
me
are
too."
just scary things.
Yeah,
There's
especially
something about
unfinished.
him, dude. I'm telling you. And every time I'd see me on those sheets, I was just like, I'm just gonna see no body, but just feet.
Dude, our basement as a kid, you walk down the steps, and like Brandon said, there was a wall, and then you go through a door, and it was the length of the basement or the length of the house, and on the other side of the basement was our washer and dryer where we did all our clothes, and there's 3 drawstring lights. And one time, I would always take off
Those the
running and
worst.
rip those things. I do
Yeah,
them hard.
I
I'm
was gonna
surprised
say-
I didn't break it.
That's what I was gonna say, dude. There's something about the flip and then the string lights. It just hit. That's how it was in the back of like his basement,
Yeah.
like where the clothes were. Every
Exactly.
time I think I'm gonna go, and then just come undone, it'd still be dark, like fuck, and then I'd be taking off for real, like there's a demon.
Well, my brother popped out and scared me one time with a hockey stick.
I'm the
and
master of that, dude. I'm so good
Oh.
at scaring the shit out of people.
I cried
Unreal.
instantly. It was the most scared I think I've ever been.
I love
I
it,
was
dude.
like 7. He was like 4, and he was like, "I'm gonna scare my older brother."
Oh, dude.
Scare the
And he
shit
got
out
you.
of me.
I'm
He still
oddly-
brings it up and
I
rubs
don't
it in
even
my
think
face.
I'm like quiet. Like, dude, that's the one thing that like creaks on me as I get older. Like my fucking ankles just pop, dude. I could take off my ankles and I go, but
Yeah.
I'm oddly good at that. Like hiding in the place where like you check before you go in the other room, and then I'd find a way to just like just find my spot in there. So when you're coming back, you're like, there's nobody there. I already checked that. I'm just really good at that for some reason. That's the same thing I did to Rodney. We told that story. It was just like everybody left the room, right? And then I was in the closet, and he's like, "Nobody's behind me. We've checked." Like I'm just good at that for some fucking reason, dude. We went in that small fucking house
Dude,
at Chris's and scared the shit out of you.
scary as shit.
100%, dude. Yeah, I'm great at that kind of shit.
Oh, y'all ever been so scared you freeze? Like you just can't move?
I know you are because you did that
Maybe.
that day.
Have you ever been so scared like you can't scream, like your voice is gone?
No.
Yeah, it's a
I
real
mean,
thing.
Nope.
Like you try to
It makes
scream and no
sense.
sound comes out.
No, but it makes
That's
sense.
a whole
though.
nother level of being scared.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck being scared.
Have you ever been so scared you shit your pants?
That's what I was thinking.
No.
I just shit him on the regular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were just literally talking about that. That fits right in.
We'll run through the rest of those movies.
I got one more
Oh, yeah.
story.
Oh,
if
you
we're not
do?
Done. Yeah, I was trying to make sure everybody got in. The last thing, dude. There's this new guy at work. We get some characters down there. As I work downtown, And they come and they go and they come and they go. This dude's from Chicago, right? And I'm sitting there, and we have a lot of mice in there. And somehow we got on the topics of rats. And he's like, man, yeah, rats are a different story, bro. You hear them jump off of shit, they thud and shit, man. And I'm just like, yeah, it's crazy. And he's like, I remember when I was slanging on the block, bro. There was rats out here. I'm not even kidding you, man. It was like big as fuck. I'm like, man, how big? He's like, I'm talking like they was the size of chihuahuas and shit. Like they might eat a chihuahua. And I'm already like, nah, that's fucking outlandish. He's like, you think I'm kidding, bro? We'd be slanging on the block. And I know where, like, I pull out my 9 sometimes. And we would shoot at these rats as they fucking scurry away because we legitimately were afraid of them. And he's like, I'm not shitting you when I say this. He's like, they had to call people in Chicago. Like, I forget when it was. Y'all can look this up because I ended up looking it up too, thinking he was joking. And then I started dying laughing. I was like, this fucking happened, even though it was a serious situation. But he was just like, whatever, the 80s, whatever the fuck decade, wherever it's from. He's just like, yeah, man, we'd shoot at him because we were scared. But they ended up having to call people in, dude, because they were in the sewers to kill these things because they were such a problem. He's like, one literally broke into a house one time and ate a baby. And I was like, what? And he's just like, I swear, bro, fucking yeah. Like, this thing ate a baby, and that's fine. And they're like, we got to call it quits. We got to send some people in. They had to destroy these rats. That's how bad they were out in Chicago. And I was like, oh, okay, buddy. And then I was sitting there with Remy, and we Googled it, and he was like, dude, check this out. And it was like, rats eat a baby in Chicago. And I was like, this motherfucker wasn't lying.
Fuck that.
Holy shit. I was like, can you imagine
How long would it take?
to eat a baby?
Yeah.
Well, I made a couple.
You know,
So
for
about
a rat, like.
Could you imagine waking up and Arya not being in her bed
Oh
and
my
there's
God.
just blood all over them?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's all I thought about is like that means that like these parents like walked in on their baby just being eaten by rats.
Dude,
or
it's
a
the-
rat. And that I'm like, how big are these rats? They're eating babies. I was like, dude, this is something straight out of a fucking horror movie, dude.
It's the perfect way to murder somebody. You train some rats.
Yeah, that's what they do.
You get a bunch
Somebody
of
called
rats.
these
You
in.
grow them from birth. You get them real big, and you train them
Like
how
you
to
said,
eat.
grow like they're plants.
You
Will you grow 'em?
teach them to eat people, and then you just
Raise them? Yeah. No, but I don't know what. Like when I first heard, like it was the most outlandish thing I ever heard. I started dying laughing at his face. He's like, "No, I'm serious." And he's like, "No, right here, bro. Look at me. I'm serious." And I was like, "Dude, stop it." And then I talked to Remy. I was like, "This motherfucker told me fucking the rats are so bad they ate a baby." And then Remy Googled it, and I started dying laughing. I was like, "That's fucking horrible." But are you fucking kidding me?
It's terrible. That'd be
Holy,
awful.
holy shit!
That's why I don't have a baby.
That's why I don't have rats.
What, right? Quit looking at you. Look at me like so. Fucking stop.
That was one of the funniest things I've heard in the last month. Bro. I was like, "You're even kidding me, dude? You're fucking joking." Nope, you're not joking. Holy shit. But yeah, that was my other fucking whatever the fuck work story I've been having.
Rodney, you're up, bro.
Movies that we're seeing next year.
In July, we're
In
going to
July.
see if Rodney's definitely going into these movies, and we're going to see if we want to see them as well.
Correct. July 1st.
Continuing from our other news episode.
Yes, we left off on June.
And we were supposed to put this on another news episode, but add in the Money Mayhem. Why not?
July 1st is Minions: The Rise of Gru.
No.
Interesting.
No.
Brandon? You didn't say that? No? Okay.
You didn't have to.
July 8th
I
is
actually did. I said, nope.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll see it.
Okay. The 22nd of July is Nope.
Nope.
And
Of course.
Under the Boardwalk.
Uh,
Nope is
I haven't heard of either.
Jordan Peele.
movie.
Definitely seen
I might see
Jordan
no.
Peele.
I can't remember what Under the Boardwalk is.
Us and Get Out. Definitely
It's about
seen it.
rats.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
That would be wild. It's like actually a rat attack movie that takes place in Chicago
A rat
based on a true
attack?
story.
There we go. I was
Rat
about
attack.
to
Come
go
up
so
with the
hard.
rap attack.
July 29th
cataracts.
is Black Adam.
Yes.
Pretty sure
Why's he
I'm
gotta
going to
be
be going to
black
that one.
though? You know, and he's not even really black. If you know who plays him, Pauly Shore.
The
That'd be
12th of
something.
August, moving into August. The Man from Toronto.
Mm.
That sounds like a you movie. Have fun.
This movie called Bros.
I'll
which
probably see
is-
Black Adam. I didn't say
Bros.
anything on that.
Yeah, Bros is it's directed by the same guy who did like Pineapple Express
Sisters.
and
Okay.
those.
Promising.
David Gordon Green, the guy who directs Halloween.
No.
then that's not the guy.
Stoller, Nick Stoller. Which ones did he do? You don't.
I probably do, but not off the top of my head.
And then Secret Headquarters. All come out. I can't remember what that one's about. 19 is Beast. That's a Indie A24, I believe. And then the 26th. I'm really curious about this next one. The 6th of August is Samaritan.
What is that?
Sylvester Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I'll see that.
He plays an old wore-out superhero.
100%.
I'm down
No.
with
Yeah, that sounds good.
that. September 9th is Salem's Lot.
No.
I'm in there.
Is that a remake?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're doing
The Toby Hooper's TV movie.
I think it's gonna be great.
I gotta rewatch that.
Salem's Lot's creepy. I got it on Steelbook around here somewhere.
The 23rd is Don't
I
Worry,
got
Darling.
that.
The Olivia Wilde. I think it's Olivia Wilde
Maybe up
directed.
there.
No.
No.
What is it?
Don't Worry, Darling. It had Shia LaBeouf in it, but then she fired
Canned
him, and
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of about it. Yeah, I don't
Who's
know. Maybe
replaced
not.
him with?
they replaced him with the Jonas Brother, I think.
Yeah, I'm out.
Nick.
She ruined it.
It was either a Jonas Brother or one of the One Direction brothers.
That's all you got to tell me. Like, I got this movie that's coming out.
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf was going to be in it, but they replaced him with Jonas Brother. I'm not supporting that. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And then Tyler was super excited for this. September 30th is Mission Impossible 7.
Yeah, definitely.
Seeing
No.
that, for sure. Oh,
You say no?
Yeah.
You see? Never mind.
That's crazy.
Dude, they're so good.
October 7th is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
No.
Is
It's a
that
sequel
animated?
the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse.
yeah,
I'm out.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm 100% in there.
Spider-Verse is quality, but I don't think I'm going to see it. Yeah.
Also, Tar. I can't remember. I just know Willem Dafoe. So I was like,
That's promising.
Yeah, that might happen.
That's promising.
I love Willem Dafoe.
October 14th is Halloween Ends.
Most
No.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely have to.
Definitely in.
And then the 21st is Ticket to Paradise, a George Clooney movie.
No.
Iffy. I'm hit or miss with Clooney.
November 4th, moving on to November, The Flash.
Mm.
Michael Keaton's Batman is back.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I'll have
I'm
to
gonna
wait and
watch
see
it for
more of
sure.
it.
Yeah,
I
maybe
feel like
the
this is
trailer.
going to be one, the trailer will get me in there for sure. Like,
You're
I
gonna
want
watch
to go
it
see
regardless.
it.
What are you
I'm
talking
going to
about?
go
You're
see it
seeing every
regardless.
movie
But
on this list.
yeah.
It's some multiple
This is
times.
your list, bro.
He's like, I'll wait for the trailer too. You'll see it. Shut up.
But I do want to see the trailer for all these
You'll
because
see
the trailer
three
could turn
other
me
movies
off.
that are less important to you that week as well.
Then November 11th is Black Panther
100%.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I'm out.
I will be seeing that.
No, I do. I want to see that.
I'm not
actually.
seeing it. I'll see it. I'm not going to theater unless the trailer just swoons me in. But then again, the first Black Panther trailer swooned me in.
I'm just
I think
curious.
it's
What are they going to
overrated.
do about T'Challa? Like, I know they're not recasting him, so what are they going to do with the character?
We'll
I
see.
don't
I know. I'm curious. The 23rd, Brandon is going 100% for
Black
sure.
Cougar.
Creed 3.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Obviously.
dude, I'm in.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
And
Rocky
then-
is a spectacle at the theater, dude. The vibes in the theater, everybody loves that shit.
And now we got December, and they don't have really anything for at the beginning of the month yet. But starting in the 16th, we got Aquaman: The Last Kingdom.
I'll see
100%.
that.
Maybe.
I'll see that. I love
Yeah.
the first Aquaman, dude.
Also on the 16th is Avatar 2.
Mm.
Wow.
They need to switch
That's
those
I need to
movie
watch.
dates.
I need to watch Avatar.
They're on
They
the
will
same
cry.
day?
I need to watch
Yes.
We
it
need to
again.
we need to review that.
Dude, two of those
I didn't
most
like
visually,
Avatar, but I haven't watched it in forever, so I might like it now.
Yeah,
two of the
visually
most visually
stunning.
stunning movies come out on the same.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
they need to. One of them needs to bow out.
Cameron's about to change the game with this.
Every time.
Aquaman's got
Dude,
it
they're
too.
making like 4 Avatars.
Yeah, it'll have to because more people are probably excited for Avatar.
Well, aren't
2.
people like boycotting that because of the whole Amber Heard thing?
They're trying, but it's not going to work.
You don't think so?
No, because Johnny keeps getting found guilty and shit. Like he's
Oh.
going to court right now out here in America, but the last court hearing he had was like, no, Amber Heard's telling the truth, like just like that.
Yeah.
He went through 3 different judges too. Anyway, Avatar 2, Aquaman 2 on the 16th. The 21st, Super Mario Bros. Chris Pratt
Interested,
voicing.
I'm-
I want
yeah.
to see the trailer
It's
first.
animated.
I'm on the
Yeah,
fence.
it's
about it.
animated,
I'm
If
probably-
it wasn't
I'll probably be on there.
animated, I'd be stoked. stupid hype.
Oh
this.
yeah, me too.
But I'm just not an animated guy.
I'm probably
I
in there with
appreciate
you,
it, I
Rodney.
like it, but I don't really go. I probably end up going to see it. If I had to say.
Well,
I
me and
probably
Josh will be waiting here to hear if y'all are going or not.
I gotta see the trailer.
Josh
and then
likes animated movies.
Christmas
but one of the
Day is
movies-
Babylon. Another
Hang on,
Brad Pitt
go back.
movie.
Go back to your list.
Maybe.
Let me. Can I see it?
Yeah.
'Cause there's not very many movies I'm like, I'm definitely going to that. Scream, Jackass, Batman, Doctor Strange.
He just passed up like 20 movies, by the way.
Yeah, John Wick, Thor.
Year's almost up, bro.
Yeah. He just
Black
got like 3
Panther.
months.
Those are the only ones I'm like sure in there,
If
just so you can rewatch
If
that.
y'all don't remember, Josh is the one guy on this channel that is not a big movie fan, but has kind of came around to it.
I wouldn't
And he
say I'm
has
not a
a-
big movie
Yeah,
fan.
obviously he's
I
a
haven't
movie fan because he watches
seen-
them.
He's just not
Yeah.
a movie fan.
I haven't
Like, we just
seen
bad, we just
No,
keep
but that
talking
was-
as
about it.
many movies.
How
No,
good.
but everybody, if y'all don't remember, like Josh originally, when he's going to be on this, we were doing the sports thing. He just wasn't a big movie guy, but he did like, obviously he didn't dislike movies, but he wasn't like huge into them. And he even was like, I'm not like, I haven't seen like every movie, but I'm like, dude, you have a huge collection. This will broaden your horizons even more, even though he's not trying to with these movie theater experiences apparently. But here he is, like, just with the huge movie collection coming into his own. He's seeing classics, which makes it interesting, and that's what makes it interesting. Is Josh is the guy that's just like, holy shit, you get to watch this for the first time?
Yes,
Or like,
dude.
yeah.
I'm so jealous.
And I think that kind of won him over. He's like, yeah, dude, actually that might be all right. And he's kind of, he's came into his own a little bit. But there is still times where you're like, what? You don't want to see that? But a lot of that has to do with like he doesn't have the prior. Like, I didn't grow up on this, I didn't do that. Whereas, like, he could watch, like, maybe a sequel that's on there and watch that now and be like, all right, I'm in out of nowhere.
Can't wait to review Jaws and shit all over it.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it's gonna
That's
happen.
a bad look.
It's gonna happen.
Anything under a 10 is a mistake.
You're gonna be really hurt.
Oh, dude, I'm going to be hurt off of it. Am I going to give it a 10? I don't know. Ooh.
All right, we got anything else?
All right.
Nothing.
Oh, that's it, bro. 30 minutes. We did the damn
Wrap
thing.
it.
Wrap it.
Peace. We love you guys.
Wrap it.